Yo, what is good, YouTube? Krishan checking back in with another video. This is the latest from Nick Walker, who is just looking massive, man. And in my last video, I told you guys that I think Nick Walker will be a Mr. Olympia. It's honestly just a matter of time. The arms and the delts are just huge, man. Honestly look unreal. But this is real, guys. Nick still has to bring the chest up a bit, and I'm pretty sure he knows he does, so Nick having a smaller chest may just be due to genetics. But Nick Walker, as well as Fuad Abi, did go down to Carbon Culture in Tennessee. Nick got to train with Brandon Curry. This was just a short clip from that. But Fuad actually posted this up of Nick Walker, man. Huge. Nick just looks unreal. And something about Nick Walker, he's never really at weird angles. Even when he was prepping last year for New York and the Arnold, he was taking all of his pictures head on in a white room. Whereas we have a lot of guys that like to try to do these weird angles. Nick Walker has nothing to hide, and he is coming for this year's Mr. Olympia. Now, in the next update of the day, this is the latest from Iain Valliere, just days out from the Vancouver Pro. Now, there was 5 guys in that show. It's about 7 guys now. Jonas Giatras hopped into that show. And I'm pretty sure everyone has Ian winning this show this weekend. I would honestly like to see him hop in one more show just to see him stack up against maybe some higher level guys. But as you guys remember, last year Ian did 4 shows, Tampa, Texas, the Arnold, and the Olympia. And arguably, not even arguably, he was his best in Texas and probably the second best at the Arnold. So Ian said he is a guy that gets better as he competes. I think maybe he should do 1 show and maybe max 2. But honestly, after Ian wins this show, it may be in his best interest to just shut it down for the Mr. Olympia. As you guys know, Ian has placed 7th place in back-to-back years, and I'm pretty sure he wants to move up this year. And I am very excited to see Ian compete this weekend. Now, in the next update of the day, this is the latest from Samson Dauda at 320 pounds. Samson is just huge, man. But you guys have to remember that Samson is a taller guy. Taller guys are usually able to carry a bit more muscle. But the fact that his waist is still very tight and he can still pull somewhat of a vacuum at this weight, it's just crazy. I mean, outside of Big Ramy being like 335, Samson is probably like the second biggest guy in the offseason. And taking a look at his physique, I'm really realizing how round the muscle bellies are, Brandon Curry and Samson Dauda are like 2 of the roundest guys we have in the men's open. And that just makes them look even bigger than what they are, man. Samson 3D, freaky. And his main knock was he needed to bring the back up. And for some reason, I'm not sure, but Samson always looks a bit unsymmetrical in this back lat spread. I think he may have possibly had a shoulder injury. But the back does seem to be slowly coming up. But you guys have to realize, Samson is incredible from the front, from the side, most muscular, and the ab and thigh. Outside of the 2 back shots, you really can't knock anything about him. And I'm excited to see this guy at the Mr. Olympia as well. And in the next update of the day, this was posted up recently by Roelly Winklaar. I thought I should share it with you guys. Actually, it was posted up by the guy that was training with Roelly. But Roelly does seem like he's putting on some size. This is confirmed to be recent. And a couple of channels came out the narrative that, Roelly was downsizing, possibly retiring. But from what we're looking at here, Roelly does look pretty big, man. But Roelly is a guy that's in his 40s, and honestly, he doesn't have anything to prove. If Roelly decided to retire, that would be fine. But Roelly looks like he's pumping the iron, man. He may be getting ready to hop in the show. If Roelly competes this year, man, I would be very excited to see him. He honestly got the size back. He just was unable to bring the conditioning. Now, the next update of the day, this is the latest from James Hollingshead ahead of this Arnold Classic UK. James looks pretty good. Do you guys think he has enough mass in the upper body to, be competitive with some of the top guys? Now, the only thing I want to see James improve on is the mindset. James was very headstrong last year, and after he kind of got disappointed, he's been talking about retirement and just, James, you have fans, man. Get back to work. Now, speaking of the Arnold Classic UK, Andrew Jack confirmed he will be in this show, so James Hollingshead is going to have to bring an incredible package. Now, it has been rumored that Andrew is also doing the Texas Pro, but I have no confirmation on that at all. This guy is huge, and he's probably going to be a serious threat in bodybuilding. This guy hasn't even made his pro debut, and people are looking at him to, potentially win the show. Now, Flex Wheeler said Andrew's goal is only to stand on the Mr. Olympia stage, and he plans to retire after that. But we will see how that goes. And staying on the topic of the Arnold Classic UK, I believe Hassan will still be doing that show. His coach, AJ Sims, actually posted some behind-the-scenes footage of Hassan during the week of the Orlando Pro. And this guy is so conditioned, man. Hassan's skin isn't even the same texture as it was last year. And I covered pretty much every show he did, 5, 6, or 7 shows. In every video, I'm just like, Hassan needs to bring the conditioning. Look at this side chest, man. AJ Sims was able to transform the physique of Hassan Mostafa. Very excited to see him at the Arnold Classic UK. And so far, we have Hassan, Andrew, Jack, James, Hollingshead. Who do you guys have winning this show so far? Let me know in the comment section below. And the next update of the day, this is the latest from Keone Pearson. And Keone is looking good, man. He's also another guy like Quinn Beastwood posting updates every single day. Both of these guys are extremely focused and they are just loving the sport. And they both say, sometimes it get hard, but you just have to keep pushing. If you guys don't follow Keone, you don't follow Quinn Beastwood. Those are two guys with the mentality that you need to follow. The mind is so important in this sport of bodybuilding. Now, in the last update of the day on the left is the most recent update from Courage Opara. Courage did place 4th at the 2021 Arnold Classic right behind Logan Franklin, one of my favorites in this division, and excited to see him compete this year. At the Mr. Olympia on the right, he was only able to place around 13th or 14th, very stiff competition, but I believe this guy could move up in his division. Needs to bring up the chest a little bit and the arms, but he has the crazy quads that this division seems to favor. And this was probably about a month ago just to actually show you guys his physique. Actually, the arms are crazy. The chest and the delts needs to come up a bit, but he has those quads that the division seems to like. As always, I hope you guys did indeed enjoy this video. If you haven't done so already, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. I'm Krishan from Go Fitness, and I'm out.